What's going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon, and I am making my post-game review recap video. Yeah, so I'm just going to get into this. I'm going to make this quick. Obviously, you guys watched it. You saw it. You know what happened. Dolphins lose 21-14. It's technically not officially done yet on the fucking NFL website, but whatever. We're 11-6. They're going to, oh, there it goes. They're 11-6. They win 21-14. Stats: Buffalo 473 total offense, us 275. They had 345 passing, us 165. They had 128 rushing. We had 108. 6 yards per play each. One fumble by them, 2 interceptions each. 3 sacks. Buffalo had 3 sacks. We only had 1. They were 60% on third down. We were 40. They had it for 3807. We had it for 2153. They had 6 penalties. We had 4, and which is very misleading though. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And okay. Let's see. Tua was 17 because stats just fucking disappeared. So I guess I don't need to keep that up anymore because I'll just read off the rest of them to you. So Tua was 17 of 27, 173, a touchdown, 2 interceptions, including the one there at the very end. Achane had 10 rushes, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Wilson, 9 for 45. Hill was 7 for 82 and a touchdown. Smythe, 3 for 30. Said Wilson, 1 for 24. River Craycraft, 1 for 18. That's all that's really important there. Bills, Allen was 30 of 38, 359, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Allen also led the way rushing, 15 for 67. James Cook, 13 for 36. Fournette, 7 for 20. Khalil Shakir, 6 for 105. Diggs, 7 for 87. Kincaid, 7 for 84. Sherfield, 3 for 21 and a score, which, by the way, his touchdown was just super lucky. Ball batted at the line of scrimmage, just happened to fall right in his hand. So they get the lucky break on that one. I'll talk about the rest of the game in a minute. Dawson Knox, 2 for 22 and a touchdown. James Cook, 3 for 16. Deontay Hardy, 1 for 12. That's all that's important there. Those are the stats. Those are the numbers. We lost. So here's what I got to say. I mean, I see a lot of people, online, on Twitter and stuff who are, complaining about certain things that McDaniel did, or this offense not doing enough, or the defense not doing enough, or there's lots of different opinions out there. But at the end of the day, the difference in the game was a punt return touchdown. And then, of course, people are rightfully so blaming, Danny Crossman because our special teams has not been great, right? And in a lot of cases, it's been, bad as well. And you could consider this one of those cases. However, at the end of the day, and you could see it on replay, there was a clear fucking hold on that punt return that was not called. Now, look, and, I went on Twitter and I posted that. And then some fucking Bills fan gets in my comments and he's like, oh, but what about all the holding and PI you could have called on Miami? Dude, get the fuck out of my comments, all right? Because I can play that game with you all fucking day. There were a gang of missed holding calls and a gang of false starts that you could have called on the Bills offense. All fucking day you could have called it. But, if you want to play that game, then that's a fucking wash. The decider in this game, the deciding factor in this game was a punt return touchdown. That's why they had 21 points. We only had 14. Now, again, sure, you can say the Dolphins offense needs to do more. And, the first 2 interception, whatever, it ended up being basically a punt. And, they were trying to deep shot and, it is what it is and blah, blah, blah. The second one, even, that was just honestly a phenomenal play too by the defender. So, I mean, that one kind of is what it is. But again, at the end of the day, the decider in this game was the punt return for a touchdown. And there was a clear hole. And I mean, hold. And that's what sprung him. If our player wasn't held, then that gap would have closed. But it didn't. And by the way, it wasn't just that one of our players got held, because it also stopped another one of our players from getting in there, because it got jumbled up. Things were closing in on the returner. And from that side, there was the two defenders coming from that side. One of them gets clearly fucking held. And then another one of our defenders gets wrapped up in the mix. So it knocks out two of our defenders out of all the fucking punts in the league, there's almost always a fucking holding penalty called. But they choose not to here, and that was the deciding factor. I don't usually blame the refs. The only time this season I've actually blamed the refs flat out was in the Philly game, because that was, and I don't give a shit what anybody says, that was the most egregiously biased example of NFL officiating. Not only were there a ton of missed calls on the Eagles, not only were there several bad calls on the Dolphins, but then they just didn't call any penalties at all on the fucking Eagles. And then when you find out that there was a referee in that game that had gotten fired and banned from refereeing in elsewhere, then gets hired in the NFL, like, are you fucking kidding me? Anyway, I don't normally blame the refs. Another example, although you could use, is the KC game where they should have blown Tyreek Hill's forward progress dead. Instead, they let it keep going, and then, as he's being driven back 3-4 yards, the ball finally comes out, and then they score a touchdown. That was the difference in that game. But I didn't even blame the refs in that game, although you certainly have a fair argument. And then it's not even just Dolphins games, but just games around the league every single fucking week. And it's just so bad. Games are decided, and we lost the division tonight because the refs didn't want to call fucking holding on a clear and obvious holding when it was right in front of the ref's face on that punt return, and that was the difference. At the very fucking least, it should have gone to motherfucking overtime, and that touchdown that they scored to go to 21, that should have been for the game-tying touchdown. Not the game, or not the lead-taking touchdown. But okay, whatever. I don't care, though. And I'm sure there will be... No one really watches my channel much to begin with anyway, so I probably won't get a ton of interaction. But if I do, maybe some Bills fans will come in here and fucking try and talk shit. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Frankly, if I'm being completely honest, I know nobody gives a shit about this either. But my life is a complete dumpster fire, and I'm going to maybe get to watch one or two of the games. But I'm probably going to lose my apartment by this upcoming month, because I haven't found any work yet, so there's that. But whatever, like I said, nobody even wants to hear that. Nobody cares. I know everybody's got problems and so on and so forth, whatever. Nobody wants to even listen or hear it, and frankly, this is not what I'm here for. But I'm frustrated, and obviously I got a lot of personal shit going on that's not very good, so it just exacerbates the situation. But anyway, here we are. We lost the division. Thanks, refs. Whatever. I don't care, bro. It is what it is. So I guess we go to fucking play Kansas City next week as the 6th seed, and that's how it is. Yeah. If you like my content and all that good stuff, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave comments, share my channel and videos. I'm going to get out of here because I need to do something to decompress and numb the shit out of myself. Because, again, my life is a dumpster fire, and we just lost the division because the refs are scumbags. So, there you have it. Story of my life, right? Fuck me. All right, I'm out of here, guys. I do love you, and I do appreciate you. And if you did make it at least, if you did make it this far in the video, thanks for listening to my little rant as well. So I'm out of here. We'll see you next week for the wild card round against the Chiefs, which, at this point, if I'm being completely honest, I wouldn't put it past the motherfucking refs to win that game for the Kansas City Chiefs, because 100% we should be able to go into KC next week and beat the Chiefs. They're not that good. They're not that good. Yes, we got a ton of injuries and all that stuff, whatever, but we should be able to. But I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised again. And it's not even just coming from a Dolphins fan perspective. And then I'll get out of here because I don't want to go on a super long tangent, but it's just so many games in the NFL. It's absurd. I mean, the Bills won a couple games that they shouldn't have won because of missed calls. Like, I mean, there are just so many examples. Again, I'm not going to go on another soapbox. Just one more time, if you like my content and all that good stuff, you know, at this point, I'm not sure it's going to matter because, you know, I would love to make this my job, but I'm not going to get this monetized and bringing in enough money in the kind of time frame that I needed to. So, but I would still like if you guys hit the like button, subscribe button, all that good stuff, comments down in the comments section. I don't know what else to say. I'm out. Fins up, guys. We'll see you next week for the wild card round. Take it easy. Love you guys. Fins up.
Miami wins it.